ready to work with some dot cards?
Me.
Are we ready to work with some dot cards? All right, I am excited to be able to come work with you guys today. So I hope you guys can help me out because I need a little help, okay? So, if I ask you a question, what are we going to do if you know the answer? You remember what I told you? Put your finger on your nose, right? And if I see that finger on your nose, I know I can call on you, right? All right, here we go. Here comes the first card. Okay, I'm looking for some fingers on some noses. Madeline, what does this card mean?
1.
It means 1. Very good. And how did you know that?
Because I counted.
You counted it. And if we were to count this 1, what would we say?
1.
We would point to it and say 1. Very good.
1 is the first one.
1 is
first.
what we start with, right? When we count 1, 2, right? Put your finger on your nose if you know what this card means. Emma, 2. It does mean 2. How did you know that?
I counted.
You counted. Do you want to come up here and show your friends how you did that? Can you prove to them that there's 2 here? Let's have you prove it. I want to have you. So show me how you would count this.
1, 2.
Very good. She went 1, 2. Very good job. Thank you, Emma. You can have a seat. All right. Put your finger on your nose if you can tell me how many dots are on this card. Looking for someone quiet with their finger on their nose. Avery, how many dots are in this card?
1.
There's only 1 dot on this card. And if you were to count that, how would you do that? Point and say
1.
1. Very good. 1 dot. Now, I'm going to show you our other 1 card. Do these look the same, friends?
No.
No. But how many dots are on both of the cards?
1.
There's 1 dot over here, and there's 1 dot over here. They look different, but they're the same number, right?
Yeah.
All right.
1 equals 1 equals 2.
1 plus 1 equals 2. You're right.
Yeah, and 2 plus 2 equals 4.
You guys are so smart.
5 plus
okay.
5.
Okay, but you know what? Not right now. Okay. I'm excited you guys know your addition factor. Let's work on this real quick, okay? All right. Put your finger on your nose if you can tell me how many dots are in this card. Evan, how many dots? 2. Very good. Do you want to come up here and show me how you know that? And your friends? How are you going to prove that? And what would you say? 1,
2.
1, 2. Your eyes should be up here, though. Now, Evan, let's look at our other 2 card. Are these the same number?
No.
Oh, are they the same number?
Yeah.
Yes. They both have number 2, right? But do they look the same?
No.
No, they do not look the same. Evan, how do these dots look? How are they arranged? He said they're straight. My friends over here too, can you hear him? He said these are straight, like a straight line, right? And how about these cards, Evan? He said diagonal. Right. They're diagonal. Can you guys see that?
It's kind of like a dot.
Thank you, Evan. Yes, kind of.
Diagonal necklace.
There's lots of necklaces that are all different shapes and yeah. All right. Almost done here, guys. You're doing great. Make sure you're looking at my card, though, when I put it up, okay? How many dots? Finger on your nose. How many dots?
3.
3. Very good. Do you think you can come up here and prove to your friends?
No.
You don't want to come up and prove it? All right, but he knows there's 3. Would you like to come on up and prove it? All right. I'll take that right on. That's okay. We're Brooke's gonna come on up here and prove it. Remember what we do to prove it? So what are we gonna do to prove it?
Count it.
You're gonna count it, very good.
1,
1, 2,
3.
3. There's 3 dots. And how do you think you would describe these dots? How do these dots look to you?
It's 3 because there's 2 there and 1 more.
Very good. She said there's 2 here and there's 1 more over here, right? 2 over here and 1 over here. But there's still
The
3
same.
all together, right?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. And you just did addition. 2 and 1 more is 3. Very good. Thank you. So we have 3. I'm going to put that card actually right there. All right, put your finger on your nose. You can tell me how many dots are on this card. Some friends have their fingers. Most of you do. Sarah, do you want to come on up and show us how many dots there are? Prove it. She did. She proved it. 1, 2, 3 dots. And how do you see these dots?
Triangle.
Sarah. It makes a triangle, right? That's right. But what could we say about the arrangement of the dots? This is kind of tricky. What could we say about the arrangement of the dots? How about this one? What could we say about this one? It's right here. What could we say about this dot right here? It is 1. So 1 is on the
Bottom.
1 is on the bottom. Very good. So how many are on the top?
2.
There, you did it. So we have 1 on the bottom and 2 on the top. Very good. And how many do we have all together though? 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have 3 all together. High five, you did it. All right, we're almost done here. All right, now we just looked at this one. Now we're going to look at this one. This is a little bit different, isn't it?
That one's the bottom and now the
Who can put their finger on their nose and tell me how many dots are on this card? Zoe. How many dots are on this card?
3.
There's 3 dots. Can you come up here and prove it? Fix your boot first. All right. She's going to prove it to us, friends. All right. How are you going to prove it?
1, 2,
1, 2, 3. Very good. She did that very fast. Well, you're running away from me, but you can do it over there. I want you to tell me how do you see these dots? How are they arranged? What could we say?
1 at the
Oh,
top.
hold on. I'm talking to Zoe.
1 at the top and 2 at the bottom.
Yeah, totally. 1's on the top and 2 are on the bottom. It's a little bit different than this one, right?
Ow.
1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, 1 on the...
Bottom.
But they're both what?
Same.
They're both the same. They're both 3. Very good.
If you
All right, friends, I'm almost done.
put
Stay
the
with me here,
triangle
okay?
and triangle together, it makes a diamond.
You're right, yes. We're all about shapes today. I love it. All right, last card. Who can put their finger on their nose and tell me how many dots? How many dots? 3. Very good. And can you prove it for me? I can come right to you.
1, 2,
She proved it. She counted 1, 2, 3. And how do you see these dots?
1 on the top and then 2 on the bottom.
Very good. There's 1 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Great. All right. I'm just going to put a few cards out here on the floor. And I don't want anybody to say anything yet. We're just looking. If you can't see, you can come around a little bit, okay? Madeline, maybe you want to move a little bit in so your friends behind you can see. we're just looking at these cards. And if you can, wait, let's let our friends in. We should all be able to see. We just have to look at them. We don't really need to see that close. I want you guys to find, we're not going to point though, we're going to find in our head. Okay, we're going to keep it in our head. The card that does not belong. There's a card here that just does not belong. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. We're just keeping it in our head. When you think you know what card does not belong, put your finger on your nose. Let's give Grace a chance. Grace, we're looking for the card that does not belong. If you think you know what card does not belong, put your finger on your nose. We're not going to say it. We're just going to put our finger on our nose. Nope, we're going to put our finger on our nose, right? All right. You did a really great job of keeping your finger on your nose and keeping your hands to yourself. Do you want to show me which one does not belong? This one. What do we think? How many does this dot card have? Do you want to count? 3. This dot card has 3. Let's count this one. 1, 2, 3. So these both have 3. How about this one? 1, 2. Let's put that aside for a minute. This one has 2. Let's count these ones. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do this last one here. Are we ready?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So which one do you think does not belong? Oh, this one has 3. What do we? Is there a dot card in here that does not have 3 on it? Very good. How many does this one have?
2.
2. So this one does not belong because this one has 2 and all the rest have 3. Right. So that one does not belong. Who can use their words and tell me something about these dot cards right here? I want you to raise your hand for this one. Give me a sentence. Okay, use your words to tell me about these dot cards. They have something in common. Morgan, I haven't talked to you today. What do all these cards have on them?
3.
They all have 3. Very good. So what I wanted you guys to get from this lesson is that just because these cards look different, it doesn't mean that the number is different, right?
Yeah.
Because they could be arranged all different ways.
Yeah.
So even though the cards are different, the number can be the
Same.
You guys are so smart. Awesome. All right, I am actually going to stay and work with you guys during Centers today. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And we're going to get to work on a dot activity. Okay? We're going to make a bug that has dots on it. Oh.
A ladybug.
Oh, you guessed it. I was going to say, who thinks they can guess what bug it is? And Madeline figured it out. What is it? A ladybug. So we're going to get a chance to make our own dots. Okay, sound good?
I'm gonna make one for Mommy because
That is great. You can make it for whoever you want. So I'm going to hand it over to Mrs. Shaner. And